The public struggle for independence, which began with the Artsakh movement in '88, was only formally documented on September 21, 1991. The Armenian people unanimously voted in favor of independence and an independent state. During that time, the Azerbaijanis were actively currying favor with the Soviet Union and receiving their overt support. The atrocities carried out in Baku, the forced deportation of Armenians from Getheshen, and other inhumane acts were the direct result of this support.
Of all human flaws, the worst is betrayal. Yes, Mikhail Sergeyevich, you have been betrayed. Betrayed by a group of scoundrels. And how many have you betrayed? You betrayed your decorated veterans, the disabled veterans of the Great Patriotic War who were beaten with batons in Nagorno-Karabakh by the foolish young men of our Soviet army right in front of their grandchildren. They were led by your communist emissary Polyanichko. You betrayed the nations that naively marched in demonstrations with your portrait. Nation against nation, workers against the intelligentsia, the army against the people. In a word, divide and conquer. You are undoubtedly a talented politician. There's a famous Armenian saying, a whore's fate is whoredom.
That was Henrik Igichan, an Armenian deputy of the Supreme Soviet Union of the Soviet Union, who allowed himself to speak with such vocabulary to the leader of an entire Union republic. The reason was Gorbachev's actions. But why was Gorbachev so unwaveringly helping the Azerbaijanis, dirtying the name and hands of his own army? On March 17, 1991, a referendum was held to decide the fate of the USSR.
Do you consider necessary the preservation of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics as a renewed federation of equal sovereign republics?
Azerbaijan participated in this referendum. According to official data, an overwhelming majority of participants, more than 93%, voted in favor of preserving the Soviet Union, while Armenia and what was then Nagorno-Karabakh boycotted it. Azerbaijan held this independence referendum only a month after Armenia, when the Soviet Union was on the brink of collapse. In the process of declaring independence, Armenia and Azerbaijan adopted different models of legal succession. Armenia recognized itself as the legal successor to both the First Republic of 1918 and the Soviet Republic, ensuring the continuity of its statehood. In contrast, Azerbaijan declared itself the successor exclusively to the 1918-20 Republic. They effectively renounced their 71-year Soviet heritage, calling it an occupation, although that state did not renounce Artsakh, which was gifted to Azerbaijan during that so-called occupation. By the way, the first Azerbaijani republic did not have full international recognition. The League of Nations, the predecessor to the UN, had rejected its membership application due to its instability of its government and its undefined borders.